how can you create value outside of the job that you're working at right now? That way you can attract more money. Well, one way that you can do this is by working a second job. If you work a second job, now you have two different jobs, two different incomes, and if they're both paying you $50,000 a year, now you have just hit that six-figure annual income mark, but now you have to be working 15-hour days. If you love what you do, then it's no big deal. But another thing that you can consider is potentially starting a side hustle. The side hustle is something that you're doing outside of your job, that you're doing on your free time and on weekends to help you supplement your income by doing something that you're good at. So you like this thing, you are good at something, and you create value out of it, and now your goal is to make money through this value that you have created. Before I really buckled down and learned how to build a business, I was a true side hustler. These are things that I thought were businesses, but they really were just side hustles. I used to work at weddings, I used to have an event planning business, I used to have an Amazon side hustle, I used to do real estate wholesaling. These were all things that I did that I thought were businesses, but they were really just side hustles. When you're working to create a side hustle, what you want to find is where can you provide unique value to the world? What is something that you can do that a lot of people cannot do? So when I used to work at weddings, what I did was play a drum called the dole at Indian weddings. So kind of niche because not a lot of people knew how to play their dole around me, and a lot of Indian weddings had the need for a dole player like me. And so when I got good at it, I was charging people like $250, $300 for 30 minutes to an hour's worth of me playing. So I was making pretty good money, especially as a 20-year-old college kid playing the dole. But what you weren't paying me for was my time. You were not paying me for 30 minutes of work or an hour's worth of work. You were paying me for my years of experience and for my knowledge on how to play a dole. It took me a long time to learn how to play it, and I had this value, which is why I could charge a lot of money for a very short amount of time. Nowadays, because of the internet, it is so much more accessible to create a side hustle because you can do it on your laptop, you can do it on your phone, you can do it on your own time, and you can do it from anywhere in the world. If you have a certain skill or knowledge that you want to give to the world, well then you can create a class on Udemy and let people buy it. If you have certain skills that you want to help other businesses with, like maybe you're a good writer, or you're a good coder, or you're a good developer, or maybe you are really good at building financial spreadsheets, you can go to a freelance platform like Fiverr or Upwork or one of these places, and you can market your services. Now, people and businesses that need your help can hire you, and you can do the work on your own time, you can set your prices, and now you've just created a new side hustle without leaving your house. There is an unlimited amount of possibility here. If you have something that you like, something that you can provide value in, I can pretty much guarantee that you can find a way to monetize it. I mean, there are even side hustles for people to go and sleep and test out beds. So if you have something that you like and you like doing, there's a way that you can monetize it. What you're doing now is creating external value outside of your job. That way you can attract more money. That way you can hit or break the six-figure annual income. And finally, number 5, you can start a business to build that six-figure income. So this can start off as your side hustle, and if it grows and evolves and it develops and you make more money from your side hustle than you do your job, that side hustle can become your business, because then you can quit your job and put all of your effort into your side hustle and help grow that into a real business. But let me give you a word of caution. Starting a business is not easy. I don't care what kind of business you're trying to start, it is not easy to build a business. I'm not saying this to scare you, I just want you to understand, because there's a lot of, let's call it crap on the internet, of people promoting this whole idea that you can start a business with 40 minutes a day and then you can make 6 figures doing almost nothing. It does not work like that. If you want to build a successful business, you have to be obsessed, and that means you are going to be working 6-7 days a week, every single week, and you're also going to have your business on your mind during holidays, during weekends, during nights, so your business is going to be on your mind all the time. So if you want to build a business, you have to understand that you have to have the entrepreneur bug. It is not for everybody, but if it is for you, if you love the idea of building your own business and being your own boss, then by all means, go for it. When it comes to building a business, you need to understand the numbers. So let's say you start a business where you sell mugs. So this kind of looks like a mug, and let's say that each mug you sell for $10. Now, if you sell this mug for $10, you also have a cost. You have a cost to make the mug and to package the mug and ship the mug. Let's say after all of your expenses, which cost you, let's say $4, you are left with $6 of profit. So if you want to hit that 6-figure salary, you need to first multiply this out. If you're making $6 a mug, that means you have to sell about 17,000 mugs over the course of the year in order to hit that 6-figure profit. And in order to sell 17,000 mugs over a year, that means you have to sell about 46 mugs a day in order to hit that 17,000 mugs a year, which is about $100,000 in profit. At this point, what a lot of people think is, okay, if I want to sell 46 mugs a day, good thing my store is online because my store is open 24 hours a day, then that means I need to sell something like 2 mugs an hour. If I need to sell 2 mugs an hour, how much money do I need to spend on advertising to sell 2 mugs an hour? If I'm running advertisements and it costs me $4 to get a customer, then yeah, my margins come down, but I can hit that 46 mugs a day, but then I'm going to have to sell more mugs in order to hit that profit. But if I can run advertisements and spend $4 per customer to get a sale, well then all I got to do is just scale that up. In theory, yeah, it works and it all sounds easy, but in reality, it's not so simple. So let's assume for the sake of this example that you made $100,000 in profit after selling mugs. So you sold a bunch of mugs and you still have $100,000 in your bank account. One thing that you have to do now is decide, are you going to pay yourself a salary? If so, how much? So let's say you pay yourself a $40,000 salary, which leaves you with $60,000 in the bank account. Now you might be thinking, well, this profit is yours because you own the business, you run the business, so you can take the $60,000 and put it in your bank account because you have $100,000 of profit. But you have to remember, if you're building a business, you want to have money to invest in your business, and you want to have money to help kind of protect your business in case of an emergency. And so if you want to grow the business, it would be better for you to take the $60,000 and actually invest it back into the business. Maybe you hire an employee, maybe you create a new mug line. You want to do something where this is going to help you earn more money. And so this is where you have to really understand the dynamics of a business, because every dollar you pull out is a dollar that you cannot use to grow the business. So you have to understand that it's not as easy as just having $100,000 in your bank account to earn $100,000. But on the flip side, there's no limit to how much money you can make if you start a business, because there's no limit to how many mugs you can sell. You can sell 46 mugs a day, you can sell 460 mugs a day, you can sell 4,600 mugs a day, so there's no limit, and it really comes down to how big you want to grow your business and how much effort you're willing to put in and how good your product is. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to continue your financial education journey, I have another video that I think you'll love. All you got to do is click that button right over there. And for those of you who want to stay up to date on the top finance and business news, you can join Market Briefs, my free financial newsletter, by clicking that button below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.